Good morning. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. What's up, everybody? It's January 6th, and I hope you guys are having a good morning. One thing I wanted to point out to you guys real quick is this right here. Look at it earlier. Yeah, look at that. Our solar panel. If you guys are familiar with that, we have one. It's a tracker. Tracks the sun. It's really cool. And the reason I point that out is because look at this ball. Yeah, that's finally out. The reality, we've been without the sun for, oh man, it feels like it's been like 3 weeks. Yeah, go ahead and shine as your glory back there, big guy. So we've been at the sun for a while, and I'm gonna feed you guys right now. Hold up, okay? Breakfast is coming, I promise. Sorry, they're like noisy back there. They're hungry. I don't blame them. So the reason I bring this up is because I want you guys to count the cost. If you guys are gonna do something like this, if you're gonna go off-grid homesteading, this is important for you guys to understand. There's a bunch of things, and I'm hoping to do a series of videos that really kind of go over some of our experiences. We've been doing this for not very long. There's guys out there have been doing it for a long time. We've only been doing it for, about 1.5 years now. But here's the reality. No sun, no power, right? No sun, no power. It's just as easy as that. So we have our backup generator. And you guys have seen me talk about this a lot. Over here, right there. And it's a good one. It's a diesel generator. But this is what I want to tell you guys. A lot of people, hey, Boogie Bear, what's up, man? Where you been? Some people say, and I've heard it a lot out here, is, well, you know, we don't have any utilities. This is true for the most part, right? We have phone bills, right? We have, what's that thing? What you call it again? A Starlink, yeah, Starlink. And we love it. Great, right? So we have a monthly bill, but here's the issue, is that even though we may not have a utility bill from like SRP or Southwest Gas, if you're in Arizona, or APS, I didn't forget about you, but we do have other bills that are relatively expensive. If you guys are on propane, let me show you that. See that? 500 gallons, right? We have a diesel generator, okay? A lot of people out here either will have diesel generators as backup or even propane generators as backup. I've seen both. I think most for the most part, people are using either propane or just regular gas, right? We're blessed to have the diesel generator. It's really great. All that to say though is that propane is expensive. You guys probably know this already. It is not cheap. I think I spent $650 to fill that, and it was, I think, at 60%. Not cheap, right? And then for diesel, to put in perspective, we spend, well, diesel's going down, but it's still like around, it's hovering around $5 a gallon in Arizona. I think I paid $4.75 at a Maverick somewhere. But the reality is that it adds up, and we go through a lot of diesel, you know, especially lately because the sun hasn't been out. So if you guys are thinking about doing something like this and you're thinking, oh, off grid, we're not gonna have any bills. Well, that's true, but you're not thinking about everything. You're gonna have a bill. You're gonna have a huge diesel bill, okay? This thing takes, well, I say diesel bill, that's for us, right? But if you have a diesel generator, that's what it's gonna look like. If you have a propane backup generator, I have no idea what that thing would even cost, right? I don't know, but especially as of late with no sun, no power, yeah, man, it's gonna be really expensive, okay? I gotta fill this thing up again here because we're about, I think, 40% the last time I checked it, which is pretty low. And that's gonna push me back probably almost over $1,000, you know? And granted, it holds up for about, well, 60%. We filled it up. It lasted over a year for sure, but the point still is that you're gonna have some costs. You are. That's just the reality. You're gonna have some cost, and I want you guys to start thinking about what that looks like before you actually make a switch out here. I think I heard Michael O'Fallon. He was talking about how a lot of people left 2020 from 2020 to 2022. A lot of people just left the city and decided they want to do off-grid homesteading or maybe homesteading on-grid. But it's not as easy. Hey, Boogie. Good morning. He wants to say what's up to everybody. It's not as easy as you think it is. Yeah, and he said a lot of guys are returning back because they didn't count the cost. You know, Jesus said, hey, man, before you go to war, you got to make sure you got you know, the soldiers and weapons necessary, and if you don't, you're gonna be humiliated. And that's just what it is, right? So I want to give you guys a heads up. I told you earlier in the videos, like a long time ago, probably about a year or in the beginning of this. I don't know how long this is gonna last. You know, maybe we'll be out here another 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. I have no idea, but we're here now, and we're gonna try to make the best of what we got. We're gonna work hard, right? That's the thing, that if you guys count the cost, and work hard. You have to work hard. Those two things have to be there. And if they're not there, if you're not really willing to get your hands dirty, put them in the dirt. I'm a plumber, and I also come home and I gotta work the land too. Right now we're in winter, so everything's pretty much taking a break, but we got some stuff inside. But the point is this: we got to work hard, count the cost, right? That's really what I want to warn you guys about, is that if you haven't really done that, what you're going to do is you're going to move out. You're going to move out here, and it's going to be maybe exciting for the first, you know, few months, and then you're going to be sorely disappointed when you find out that it's not what you thought it was going to be. So just a heads up, you know, you're going to be spending a lot of money to upkeep some stuff. If something, you know, we're just talking about, for my diesel generator, we're just talking about filling it up. We ain't even talking about costs associated if it breaks down. I did another video where this thing wasn't working. Thank God, it ended up being a fuel line that had a crack in it, and so it was sucking air. But that was easy to fix. Here's a question: can you do that? Like, can you figure that out? And I have to pay somebody to come out here. Hopefully, they can figure out where you live at, and hopefully the roads aren't bad, and hopefully they can take care of it, right? So there's just, I mean, there's a thousand different things that we can talk about. And again, I'm hoping to make other videos about that. The one I wanted to make today really was about the solar off-grid living. If this only applies if you're off-grid, if you have SRP. And by the way, even if you are homesteading and you're connected to the grid, I don't know how often it's Seligman specifically, power goes out. It's not all the time, but it happens. Do you have the stuff that can sustain you for some time if your power does go down, you know? And if you have oodles of money, maybe it's not that big of a deal to you. I don't. And so, yeah, count the cost, guys. You know, make sure that this is for you. Work it through your head, right? This is important, right? Networking, having a community is extremely important. I got a good brother of mine that don't live that far from here. He's got extra pumps at his house, which is cool. And he was like, man, if someone needs it, a house pump, right? Because you got to remember, that water has to go from point A to point B, right? We don't have an app for that yet. So it just doesn't beam itself over. You got to pump it over. And if your pump goes bad, then what? Right? So yeah, there's a lot in my head that I want to say to you guys. Diesel, gas, propane, it's expensive, right? If the sun's not out, you're in trouble. If something breaks down, you might be in trouble. And I'll say this too. I have a lot of neighbors that they're smart dudes. It's way smarter than I am. And I'm thankful for that, because they've been gracious enough to help me figure out some things. This is a long video. We're under 9 minutes, but yeah, hey, I just thinking about you guys. If someone's out there that's like, hey man, I don't think I've ever thought about that. It sounds like a great idea. Yeah, just think about it, right? Think these through. All right, guys. Hey, I gotta go. I'm coming. Hold up. Yeah, they hungry. All right, guys. Hey, God bless. Have a great day, right? Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Take care.